I watch a new film every other day. Follow along for recommendations and reviews. Today, I just finished watching the movie titled SISI ILEWE that is showing on Ego Nwosu TV. This is our first time ever watching anything on Ego Nwosu TV on the VDK Film Club. And this film, so the reason that I watched it was because I saw Kunle Remi, who you guys know is one of my favorite actors. I love Kunle. I also saw Kamo. I like Kamo. I've never seen Ego Nwosu act that I can remember, so this is my first time seeing her. And she did a good job, especially like towards the end of the scene. There's like an emotional scene towards the ending, and she brought the tears, she brought the emotion. This film is mostly in Yoruba. I did not know why I didn't expect that from the title, but it is mostly in Yoruba, and I think you should know that. The film, I like the village setting. I like that it is in set outside, that it's in the village. My biggest issue with this film is that the minute you see Aremu, that is Kunle Remi's character, and Olabisi, that is Ego's character, you already know how this film is going to go. And does this film surprise you in where it goes? Not at all. In fact, this is one of those films, it's a very standard trope I've seen many times of, his enemies to lovers trope. He's so hot headed. He comes into town. I mean, no nonsense. And then she's the, you know what? No one has ever put you in your place, has ever stood up to you, and I'm going to be the one to do it. And then she does. And then he just turns. And my biggest problem with this film is that the way the romance kind of happens, it's just like that. The way the turning kind of happens, that when somebody now goes from, because the thing about enemies to lovers is that you kind of watch the dance between both of them, and you kind of are seeing like, this one actually has qualities here. This person might actually like, this person actually has, and then you kind of watch the slow dance to how we get there. Not a situation whereby it kind of just happens overnight, because without giving any spoilers, the thing that kind of now like finally softens the one of these people. It's so like one speech just does, and then overnight the person has changed completely, completely. Like it's day and night. I have a problem. This is also my problem I had with that good boy bad girl. I be good girl bad boy. Where sometimes you're just telling a love story about the person that has like bad, like I'm a bad boy, and then the thing that will not change you will be so random, and you will have this like 0 to 100 kind of transformation out of maybe one person telling you you're just not the man I thought you were, or you're just not a good man. As if person did not know since that they're a bad boy or something like that. And then that will not be the whole change in their life. Over 30 something year old man, you just tell and say you're not that good of a man, and he will not like change. Not even like say the speech, na better speech where you give. This film is so predictable. And that was my biggest issue with it. So predictable. The love story, I did not move. I don't want to give you any spoilers. You can go and check this film out and make up your own mind. For those of us who have watched it, if you're ready to come and talk about this film with spoilers so we can just about it well, then spoilers ahead in 3, 2, 1. Let us go. All right, now we're in the spoiler section. Please, if you're going to write a comment that has spoilers, just write spoiler alert before you write your comment so that we don't spoil it for people that have not yet watched it. All right, let's start this thing. The first thing that I want to talk about is, Aremu's father, such a good man, he's not even taking people's debts, such a nice man. And then when he dies and Iremu comes and he's just such the opposite, I was like, wow, this is how succession is sometimes. That the person, the father, can be so good and then the son will just be the tyrant. And then when Aremu comes, he is very tyrannical. Like, I mean, this is a man that literally takes this Olabisi's parents' land and then even still takes their daughter and imprisons her because he's upset at her because of her mouth, the way she they talk. So you're showing that this man is cruel. Even the way he's treating other villagers, like he's a bad man, quote unquote. Even the way he throws Alani outside, like once Alani comes to come and find Olabisi, like the way he treats people, you can tell that this man is a jackass. And so, but like I was saying in the non-spoiler section, my thing is, okay, he has arrested this girl. This girl was there in that place for what we are assuming to be days without food. She was not eating. She was doing hunger strike. Please, did Olabisi look like person where they do hunger strike for this? Especially when she was released and it was about to start raining and she was doing her gra gra. And I was about to go, as Arima was about to go, and I said, oh yeah, Shana says, please, I beg, make her come inside. I was like, if you like, no, go inside first of all now. Then when she goes inside and we really take a look at her, we now really see that, okay, because at first I was like, this her shirt looks her dress looks pristine, she looks fantastic. But then when we now really see her inside and realizing that, okay, there's some staining on her dress, some emphasis on very slight staining. Her arms, I think they come up like small mud here and there. But does this girl wey we dey see so look like person we never chop for a couple of days? Her energy, the way she's still talking, now exactly the same way we first meet her. She looks plump, her makeup is still intact, hair still done, jewelry still intact. I was like, this is a girl that has been sleeping. There's no bed on the floor essentially for days in this cell, has not eaten for days. Is this how this person will look? Hmm. So when she's now there, she now gives him speech, basically just saying, your father was a good man, you're cruel, as if other people have not already told him, the villagers, as if he will not know. Or Abi the man just such a daft man that he does not have any self-reflection, he cannot talk to himself, he does not know what his actions look like. I don't understand. So this one random situation, I say, oh, you're such a cruel man, your father was not. Now waiting can transform am. Like when I say transform am, in don't take everybody debt come out, in don't give her the land, in don't start to dey buy watermelon, in won't start to dey do love story. I said from where that one speech where she give. The speech no be like saying I even better speech or anything like that was so great. I need to even really move at the speech. Abi, did you? I'm curious to know what you think. Did you really love the way that it went from enemies to lovers in this story? I'm very curious to know because I did not at all. And then let's also talk about Alani's storyline. That is Kamo. I felt bad for him. And the way his character to, I guess also when this film starts, I'm like, this is going to be like a love triangle, like a battle. But it's not really a battle. And I feel bad for Alani because Alani really loves this girl. Like, you can see that he's really sacrificing for her, telling her how he's, even going to like sell fish and work just to take care of her. The woman that is even trying to like seduce him, the other woman, which was so random. And he's like, no, I'm all for Olabisi. Like, he really loves her. He's really devoted to her. And again, that doesn't owe her love for him. But also the time that Shina finally tells him I don't want to do is on the wedding day. Is now you're saying that we are from different worlds. Now where they realize are you kidding me? Like, and then at the end of the film, after his heartbreak, they kind of just now throw one new character to kind of show that maybe, he actually moves on with this new girl. And I'm like, okay, but their own storyline too. It was not really much of a war because she kind of went so easily to Aremu. The story of Ajala the thief was, that was also nice. It was a nice little story there of, a man that is a thief that maybe will be redeemed. Hopefully he gets redeemed and stops his kleptomaniac ways of stealing. But then there's some other things, for example, like when the police officer really says, oh, my life has changed since you came into town. That is Aremu. I was like, how? Even when he's like, oh, the townspeople are now really loving you. Oh, we are going to really miss you. I was like, okay, apart from clearing the debts, did he really look like he really assimilated into their community? Was he really going into town? Like, we only ever really see him with Olabisi. So which one be all this? Oh, he has really, the townspeople really love you. Oh, can you come? Yeah, it can be like the townspeople are thankful for you claiming debts, but that is about it. Which one is now? Oh, they love you. Oh, but our life has changed since you've come. Oh, I was like, are you people just talking that we are not even seeing on screen? I didn't feel any of that. Overall, the romance here, the story, this is a very middle of the road story. I cannot say that I hated watching it. I cannot say that I enjoyed watching it. This is not a film that I will tell anybody to go and run and watch. If you have watched this film, I'm very curious to know what you think about it. So please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, if you have watched this whole video from beginning to end and you have no idea who I am, my name is VDK. I'm the curator of the VDK Film Club, where every other day we watch something new and we just about it like we've done today. Follow along. All right. Until the next film that I watch and the next video that I make, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.